huge mission. Ate it. Here we go, guys. Lovely little fish. Smacked me right there on the lip, and as you can see, it wasted me. It has been some crazy country. It's just been like this for like a couple of Ks. This is really not good, guys. I had to stare at it for a while to work out what the way through was. So it's got to 6 o'clock, actually it's 20 to 7, so it's time to make a camp. I'm going to camp in the bush tonight. There's just nowhere down by the river that's safe, so this looks pretty good. There's a cool thing about having the bivvy bag is it takes up no space, so I'm just going to put the bivvy bag there, and then I kind of like the idea of being able to laze back on the soft moss, and I have a little fire there, and the river's just down about 15 meters down there. And a little trick, thanks to my wife, she made a suggestion to save me going back down to the river a bunch of times. I've just decommissioned one of my dry bags and filled it with water, so that should be my water supply. So yeah, should be all good, should be able to find plenty of wood. So I'll get camp set up, and then we'll get the fire going, get some food on. So last night I camped in the bush and everything was going all good, and I got up to get a bit of firewood, and as I did so, this insect just came straight at me, which was a wasp, and it smacked me right there on the lip, and as you can see, it wasted me. Oh, it was weird too, because there wasn't any wood on the firewood, and sorry, there wasn't a wasp on the firewood earlier on, so it was really stinging and stinging. It stuck into my moustache, and then I crashed out. And then when I woke up this morning, I decided to get up early and I was going to crank the fire, and as soon as I flicked my light on this morning, another insect, which must have been a wasp, just came straight at me. So I managed to pack up camp real carefully. I put the light over to the side away from me and got camp all packed up. It's only like 7:30. And then as I did a quick sweep of the campsite, basically worked out that where my fire was only about 2 meters from a wasp nest, and overnight the smoke and the heat must have stirred them up, and they were just going crazy this morning. So I look like the elephant man. I'm fully bunged up, but I had to get out of there. I knew something wasn't right when I saw that second wasp, and man, so that was actually pretty painful. I took 2 antihistamines last night, and I've just had another one now. I just looked at myself in a photograph. I look bloody awful. So yeah, it's 7:30. It's another amazing day, and I'm just in this kind of fast bouldery section, so I had to pack up camp real quick. So I'm going to have a cup of coffee here and get some breakfast on, and then hopefully the light will come up a bit and we can walk up here and see if we can find some fish. So yeah, that was a pretty average start. It's not the first time it happened to me. I think it was 2 years ago. You guys would have laughed, and it stung me there. This one stung me on the lip, and yeah, it's just swollen up my whole face. Miserable. What a start to the day. I just did a huge mission. I tried to come through this gorge, it was just too deep. I got up to chest height and gave up. So then I had to come right up and over, and when I got up to the top, there was a fish down there, not huge, but it was a solid fish, probably definite 6 pound. And so I flicked the cast at it, but it wasn't going to be easy with all this debris here. And here it comes, here it comes. The fish ended up seeing my line and spooking. It would have all been too good to be true, but you've got to have a go, right? Oh well. What an incredible spot. Look at this pool here, beautiful slow gorge pool, and then the river disappears down there, and I'll show you what's below. Bit of a drop and a strainer of death, maybe not, but I certainly wouldn't tack raft it. This whole section would definitely be a puff down and walk. It's all good, we'll just keep cruising. I've been pushing up for like an hour, and that has been some crazy country. It's just been like this for like a couple of Ks. Insane. Really hard going. I just climbed up and around, and I had to stare at it for a while to work out what the way through was, because I didn't like the look of that side either. I looked at crossing on that log, but that's too dangerous. Hopefully the river opens out a bit up here and we get back to some fishy water. There's a few clues about the insect life, but these are far bigger than what I was fishing on that last fish. Found a fish feeding out there. Looks good for a nymph, but I've got a dry dropper rig on, so we'll stick with that. Thank goodness the wind is gone. Click it. Yes. Ah, thank goodness. Swung right back and ate that. And the wind finally stopped, gave me a break. I've had a rough road today. Oh, what just happened there? What just happened? How could that happen, guys? That's devastating after all that searching. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I finally get into a fish, and then looks like my dropper, I had like a dry dropper set up with a dropper, and I think its tail must have just hit it and snapped it off. Oh man. Oh. Alright, this fish looks a bit more likely. It's in faster water. Didn't see my fly. I think it tried to eat it. I'll do one more with this fly. Oh, it looked twice, but it didn't eat it. Change flies, guys. Oh, the fish finally went for it, and my fly was way out to the side, to the right from where I thought it was, which was strange. I need to change fly. Took it. Yeah. Finally worked it out, guys. And that was a tiny green caddis. Size 16 unweighted green caddis. Fantastic. So this is what you get after 7 hours of walking. And I don't know if you saw, but I think that when the fish jumped, it actually smacked its head because it went doggo and just drifted down the river, and I just chucked it straight in the net. There we go, guys. Lovely little fish and a fantastic reward for all that missioning today. But yeah, I think when it jumped, it must have hit its head because it was like unconscious for a little bit. It seems to have come right now. Guys, so I was pretty much ready to give up on that fish, but thankfully I didn't, because we managed to hook it up. And it's interesting what it took, this tiny little green caddis. And I don't know how often you carry around flies that you never use, but I've had that in my box for 2 years and never caught a fish with it. Today was the day. It didn't like the hare's ear or the pheasant tail or my Nice Amelitas, but that's what it liked. So super happy with that. 7 hours walking for one fish. Gee, it's been tough, but it's not unlike these adventures that I go on. Super happy with that. Amazing result.